Shalom and welcome to 2 Minutes of Torah. This year is entitled Parshat V'etchanan, Demanding Just the Right Amount, Part 2. The previous year we mentioned that Moshe Rabbeinu demanded the Jewish people listen to God directly, not from him, and it was wrong for them to ask Moshe to hear the commandments from God and give it over to the Jewish people. They should have made the effort to hear from God directly, and God says, no, Moshe, it really was too hard for them. It wasn't a lack of effort, it wasn't laziness. This brings up an unbelievable question of how much to demand. When are we being unrealistic with our demands of ourselves and others, and when is it needed? I'd like to just continue to give a few examples. One is of a young man growing up, I think it must have been in the 70s, Brad Cohen, where he was making noises, blurting out things in the class, the teachers, the principals, everyone screamed at him. He's a troublemaker. The parents also may have thought such a thing. He's just looking for attention. His parents got divorced, and that's why he's doing it. It's reaction. And eventually they found out it's Tourette's. Tourette's means that it's a neurological issue. He has no control whatsoever. He just blurts things out. Luckily, it wasn't the kind of Tourette's where one curses. It just blurts out other kinds of noises, but not curses. And eventually he moved on, high school and college. And he decided he wants to become a teacher. So that's an unbelievable question. It's very nice to dream of becoming a teacher if that's what you want to do. But you're going to be a teacher and keep blurting things out in the middle of the class. Such a person could be a teacher? He said yes. And the parents had a machloka. His father said it's really not realistic, and he's just bringing himself to downfall. It's just not going to go anywhere. And the father said just work in the family business construction. The mother said this is your dream, you go for it. And this is not black and white. There's a very grueling question for every parent. There's an extreme case, but even in typical homes, we may not have extreme cases like that. It's a very hard question to go, and either way you go, a person errs to either side, it's a problem. A person says, well, I'm going to push. Well, chasron could be pushing the kid over, or pushing yourself over. Or no, I'm just going to take it easy on myself and take it easy. So then you're shortchanging yourself and others. It's a very grueling question. In this specific case, Brad Cohen, you could go ahead and look him up. He became a very successful teacher, and he speaks on behalf of Tourette's. And as an international figure, was on talk shows, and he made it as a great teacher. He told the kids right away, this is what I have. I taught in second grade. I have Tourette's, and I don't have control of what I do. And he had faith in himself, and his mom had faith that he could do it. But his father wasn't a bad guy, not a bad guy at all. Just thought it's not realistic. So it's a classic example. We don't always know how much to push, and we just have to try our best and not veer away to either side. Just try to be as yasher and as objective, as rational as possible. Myself, and I'm involved in the school, Darchi Noam, where we push in Kodesh and Chol. There's a lot of tests, oral tests, written tests. The older grades, you may have 3, 4, 5 tests a week in Kodesh and Chol. Is that right? To push? We hope so. And we hope we can be sensitive enough that if there's a specific kid that just, it's too much. So is it that it's really too much, or are we pushing, he needs the push, or he needs a hakala, he needs to get an exemption from the test, or to do part of the test, or not to have the test so often. It's a case by case. But the key point is that a person, when he's demanding of himself and others, has a finger on the pulse, yad al hadofek. We could truly, objectively, as best as possible, assess his abilities, the other person's abilities, and demand just what is right. Hashem should just guide us. We should have siyata d'shmaya, help from above, to really find the exact and proper balance in every single case. Shalom.